Welcome to part 5 on how to become #1 on Google for just $18.97 a week. Hi, this is Casey Truby, and I've got some more exciting news on another step that we've taken in our research on how you can generate more leads off the internet. Now, we already know in an example of outsourced bookkeeping that 700,000 people are searching some form of the word outsourced bookkeeping. We dominate if the word's outsourced bookkeeping, but only 3,600 people search on that every month. We dominate 1,000 visitors. And then when we started doing more research, we found out that there were a lot of other ways that people typed this in. Online accounting, accounting online, outsourcing bookkeeping to India, surprisingly, was a big one. I thought everybody hated India. It doesn't make any difference. There were 700,000 potential customers. And as we had mentioned earlier, the commercial intent on these keywords is extremely high. If people type in outsourcing accounting, they intend to make a buying decision. So we're going to capture that. Now, here's some other interesting information, though, in our research on how to make this work better. We also found that 9 out of 10 people call you on the phone. They call you on the phone before they click in any email. And the reason for that is that people are scared to death to give you their email address because they think they're going to be bombarded, and probably we would. In the meantime, since 9 out of 10 are calling, let's take advantage of that. So here's the next big advantage. If you're looking at the screen right now, we're going to give you a telephone number. And I guess I better get my little felt tip pen up here again. We're going to give your website a unique 800 number, no extension. It'll be a unique 800 number that will actually go into a recording system. Now, when the phone rings, this is what it'll say: thank you for calling, and it'll announce your accounting firm. Calls may be recorded for quality assurance or training purposes. And we all hear that every day now, all the time. Well, let me tell you why you hear that little warning: because your call is being recorded. Now, the reason you want these incoming calls recorded are twofold. Number one, I can capture who called you. When they're calling an 800 number, we can get caller ID, including street address of the business. I'll give you that information so that you can start doing direct mail follow-up for people that have inquired about outsourced accounting or legal problems or house painting or whatever. We've got the data coming in the mill now. Here's the second biggest reason. If your staff knows that the call is being recorded, guess what? They're going to perk up and do a far better job at handling those inquiries. Now, can you imagine the phone's ringing and you've just yelled at your bookkeeper because you're way behind on the task and you've got to get this job out today, and she's in no mood to answer the phone, and all of a sudden the phone's ringing and says, how much does it cost to do outsourced bookkeeping? That's not a well-handled call. But if they know those inbound calls are being recorded, they're still going to take a big deep breath, smile, count to 3, answer that phone pleasantly, because they know they're on candid camera. So we'll be able to listen to these calls as we go along. You'll be able to listen to how your staff is handling them. We'll hold those recordings for 30 days. And from time to time, we'll even do some audits to make sure that these calls are being handled the way you want them to be handled so that you're getting the sales leads. After 30 days, they evaporate. Occasionally, we'll even copy down some of the really good ones so that you can keep them in-house so that you can use them to train staff in the future. This is just one more technique. Using the personal customized 800 number is just one more technique we're using to make top of Google the greatest sales lead generator you have ever seen. There's Casey Truby, the Lonesome Cowboy. We work here to keep your cash register ringing.